Welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie and today I will be sharing with you my top 10 tips on how to feel the fear and do it anyway. We may as well get straight into it. So just for a bit of context, a bit of background, I'm 22, I turned 22 5 days ago, and I grew up a really anxious teen. Extremely anxious. I couldn't even say hello to the bus driver when I had the opportunity to, which was all the time. My friends would order things for me, I'd tell them what they want, give them the money, and they would go and order things. Like, I couldn't talk to people behind counters. I was just a nervous wreck, basically. I was being sick because I couldn't go on the bus. And last year, at the end of October last year, I got on a plane by myself, first of all, going to the airport, through the airport by myself, massive step, and then I actually flew to Australia and did nearly 2 months in Australia on my own. For me, that was crazy. If someone would have told my younger self, my 15-year-old self, even my 18-year-old self, that I would be getting on a plane on my own to go to Australia, which is on the other side of the world, I'm from the UK, I wouldn't have believed them at all. But I did it, and I survived. And I did it very scared. So I'm here to share with you how I actually felt the fear and did it anyway. Okay, so something I want to start off by saying is fear itself is not a bad thing. It's just an emotion. It's how you react and what you do with that emotion that could be the bad thing. Say for instance, if I feel angry and I smash a plate over my boyfriend's head, sorry, I don't know why my brain went there. That would not be the anger's fault. There's nothing to do with the anger, it's how I've reacted to the anger, if that makes sense. That's quite a visual to start the video, isn't it? I would never smash a plate over my boyfriend's head. So it's not actually the fear that's holding you back from doing the thing that you're scared of. It's you, because you feel the fear. Trust me, people who are brave feel scared as well. They feel just as scared as you, but they have that little bit more oomph, I suppose, to just do it scared. And I'm going to give you a few tips on how to do things scared. So the first thing is know that your brain is proving you right no matter what you tell it. That's pretty self-explanatory. An example of this is when you feel nervous and excited. If you list down the symptoms of feeling nervous and excited, they're probably very similar. You kind of shake, you get a bit nervous, a bit breathless, maybe you get like hot flushes, your adrenaline is high, you know, those sorts of things. And that is because nerves and excitement come from the exact same gland in your brain. So it's up to you whether it's a nervous feeling or an excited feeling. I watched a video from Vanessa Van Edwards, I believe her name is. I'll link it in the description below. And she did a study about, I think it was a group of singers. I watched it years ago, so bear with me.
What's up, it's Editing Katie here. They weren't professional singers, they were students. I've got a few of the details mixed up, but I did watch it like 4 years ago. I've just rewatched the video and oh my god, I love it so much. It's a TED Talk video. I highly recommend you watch it because that video started me on my whole mindset journey and how to rewire my brain. So give that a watch after this.
Who walked into a room and before they sang they shouted, "I'm nervous!" and then another group shouted, "I'm excited!" And there was another group as well, I believe, don't quote me on this, that just went in and sang. The group who shouted, "I'm excited," did so much better than the group that said they were nervous. The group that said they were nervous did worse than the group who said nothing. So your mindset really does make a difference. My second tip is treat yourself how you treat a friend. So your inner monologue, I'm sure you've got it, we've all got it, and if you don't, I wonder what that's like. How would you talk a friend through your thoughts? If in your head you're going, oh my god, I'm so nervous, I can't do this, I can't get on the plane, I can't go in front of these people, I can't say this in front of that person because I'm nervous. How would you talk a friend down? And you've got to try and treat yourself like a friend. So I know it might sound a little bit crazy. Maybe I'm just crazy. You've got to talk to yourself and imagine that the voice in your head isn't you, it's a friend. And you are there being supportive for your friend because you want to help them and you want them to do this amazing opportunity that they have. And listen to yourself. Listen to the positive parts of your brain and let them take priority. I want you to thank the feeling. Thanking the feeling that you're feeling, fear, kind of makes you recognize it and you're like, okay, thank you, fear, I know you're trying to protect me, but I'm doing this. This is fun for me to challenge myself, to feel the fear and do it anyway. And it's just a little thing that kind of helps you recognize your emotion and you can work past that. You don't have to let it take over you. If you've got a bully like trying to bully you, you go, oh, thanks for that. They kind of go, oh, and leave you alone. Well, hopefully they would leave you alone. It's happened to me before. Someone has tried picking on me and I've just like been like, oh, thanks. And they're just like, what, you're so weird. And then they kind of go, I have no power over you anyway, so I'll just back off. That's what your fear kind of does. Slow down. You're allowed to slow down, okay? You can slow down your breathing, slow down your thoughts. You don't need to be doing everything in one go. That will lead to burnout and you just feeling overwhelmed. You can take things step by step, minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day, etc. I read this quote in the book The Secret. You can drive from California to New York in the dark because all you have to see is the next 200 feet. That is how life tends to unfold for us. I loved that and that really opened up my mind. I was like, holy crap, yeah, that's all I need to see. Like, you don't need to see the whole path in front of you. You don't need to see your whole journey laid out in front of you. All you need to see is even the next minute, the next hour, the next day. What are your plans for today? Get them done, sleep, wake up, do it again tomorrow, but different, you know? So it just really, I was in quite an overwhelmed state when I read that book. And as soon as I read that quote, I was like, okay, yeah, I can take it day by day, you know? So remember that. Ways you can slow down: talk to a friend or write down your feelings, even type them in your phone, text them to a friend, write them in a book, physically get them down. Just by becoming aware of how you're feeling can stop you from going into a panic attack or a spiral, because most of the time when you fall into a panic attack, you don't really know what's wrong. You just feel overwhelmed and chaotic and then you're like, I'm panicking. Whereas if you slow down and go, okay, what am I feeling here? Yes, I feel nervous. Why do I feel nervous? I feel nervous because I'm about to do this and I haven't done it before. Okay, well, I've done things that I'd never done before and I've come out of them okay. I remember I was really nervous for this situation and I came out of that absolutely fine. So why can't the same thing happen for me now? You know? Sometimes as well, falling into an anxious spiral can actually feel quite comforting for a lot of us. I know that sounds weird, but for me, sadness has kind of, it used to be a really, really familiar feeling, it still is. And once I felt that glimpse of sadness, I thought that I was always sad and I was always depressed and I've always felt anxious, but actually that's not true. But it really can overwhelm your brain sometimes and you forget about all the good stuff that's gone on in your life and all of the good and brave things you've done before. So for a lot of us, feeling sad and uncomfortable is a lot more comfortable than feeling happy and content. So to feel more happiness and to be more brave and to feel more excitement that you're unfamiliar with, you need to get familiar and comfortable with the feeling of being uncomfortable. Another quick thing that helps me calm down if I'm about to go into a spiral and I can feel a panic attack coming along, if I can, I take myself away from the stressful situation, if there is one. If I'm just in my room or my studio or somewhere already calm, I start naming out loud or writing down or in my head just very vividly, what things could I spread on toast? I know some people do the list the senses, one thing you can see, one thing you can smell, one thing you can touch, blah blah blah. That doesn't really happen for me because I can do that quite quickly. So thinking and imagining visually, if you've got a vivid imagination, this might help you, what you could spread on toast. So I think, okay, jam, marmalade, different types of jam, butter, peanut butter, I'm trying to think of things now. And then I kind of go into the realm of like, okay, what is a spreadable thing? And then you go from there, and by the time you've listed 10 things, you think, oh, what was I even worrying about now? You know, and you get distracted. So distraction's a good one. I know this is an obvious one and you've probably heard it millions of times before, but deep breaths, they help so much with slowing down. So just like you can feel your heart rate slow down, and that helps with nipping it in the bud, a panic attack in the bud, you know. It helps your body calm down so your heart's not racing and your mind's going, at least you can calm your heart down. And pressing down on your heart, breathing slowly and feeling the heart race kind of getting a bit slower and slower, it just helps calm you down. And when you take the deep breath, breathe in, feel the air and imagine it going into your lungs and into your stomach. And then when you breathe out through your nose or your mouth, obviously, notice how it feels coming out of your nose. Thank you, Maisie. Just notice how it makes your nose feel. Reminder, you're on a floating rock. The chances of you even being alive here with all the people you've met, your family, with the home you have, the space you've got, isn't it just crazy that you are here at this time right now? We are literally made up of earth and stardust and so much random stuff that was nothing and now it's somehow made into us. Like, if that massive perspective doesn't make you feel a little bit more easy, then I don't know what will. You're just such a small person on a massive earth in an even bigger solar system, in an even bigger galaxy. If you kind of take your mind away from you and your problems and just see the entire universe, if you even can. If you can, let me know how that goes. Surely you can realise that actually the thing I'm worrying about isn't that big of a deal. The Mel Robbins 5-second rule. I love this. When I heard about it, it's crazy how these tiny little things that make so much sense make such a big difference in our lives. So Mel Robbins came up with the 5-second rule. What this rule is, it's very simple. You count down from 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, do it. You've got no time to think about it, you just do it. I think the way she came up with this was she was watching TV and she saw a rocket launch on the TV and it kind of clicked in her brain. They counted down from 5 and the rocket went. And she was like, I should do that, I should start doing that. She shared this big idea with everyone and it really helps kick you into gear. I've used it before going to work and stuff, but you just need to empty your mind. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And you just do it. Don't ever think 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, oh, just lay in bed. The whole idea is you just get up and go. You can always ask, okay? You can always ask someone for help. In an airport, for instance, I was terrified of getting lost, not knowing where I'm going. Even though it's fairly simple to get around an airport, I was still nervous, okay? I told myself all the time, I can just ask someone. And at some point, I couldn't find a terminal. So I asked one of the guys in high vis, hey, where's this gate? And they were like, oh, it's just down there. Done. Easy! Who would have thought asking a question and getting an answer would be so simple? Most people out there are willing to help you and want to help you. It's just, you need to pluck up the little bit of courage to go, I don't have any other options here. I need to get to this place. I need to do this thing. I want to get to this goal. I need to ask someone. That's it. You can do that. It's allowed, okay, in the world. You're allowed to speak to strangers and you're allowed to ask for help within reason. Okay, the 8th tip is, it's quite morbid. Imagine you're on your deathbed and your life as you know it is about to be over. Not a very nice thought, I know, but imagine this thing that you want to do that's on your mind right now, otherwise you wouldn't have clicked on this video. That thing you want to do will you regret not doing it? I imagine your answer will be yeah. You won't ever regret the things you've done because they've shaped you into who you are today, but you regret the things you don't do. So if you've got an amazing opportunity, you want to travel, you want to stand up and make your first speech, you've got to start somewhere. So do it, otherwise you'll regret it, and you want to live a life that's full because one day it will be over and who knows what happens on the other side. Who knows what happens when we die. I have my ideas and my nice thoughts, but if that's it, why not make the most of being alive and just do it? If you plan to become a parent or a grandparent or a cool auntie or uncle or a cool friend to your friends' children, do you really want to have known that you've avoided fear your entire life and you've not got any cool, amazing stories that you're proud of and you're proud to tell people just because you've avoided fear? Don't be that boring person who's got no cool stories, okay? That's something that motivated me. I was like, damn, I want to be a cool grandma who's got awesome stories to tell and motivational stories to tell my grandchildren, my friends' children, who knows who else, my own children, future children. My 9th tip is practice makes perfect. You can't just take all of these tips and jot them down and go for it. I mean, you can jot them down if you like. In fact, that's actually a good thing. Jot them down and remember them. But remember that feeling the fear and doing stuff that scares you is such a big challenge, and I'm so happy you're on that journey of challenging yourself. You can do it. It just takes practice. Every time you feel the fear, use one of these tools or another one. If you've got more tools, please leave them in the comments. Use one or a couple to reset yourself and go, yeah, I can do this, I can do this. Get motivation from your friends, from your peers, from your parents, from your guardians, whoever you're around. Listen to inspiration stories as well, they help out so much. But know that it takes practice. You're not always gonna do something and then not feel scared the next time you do it. It's practice, and the more you do these things that scare you and the more you step out of your comfort zone, the bigger your comfort zone gets. My comfort zone used to be here, and now I would say it's here. Who knows how much more that can expand just from pushing myself that little bit, you know? You push, stretch, come back, push, go further, come back, push, go further, and then come back. It's so fun and exciting to learn and to challenge yourself and to live life. My last thing is know and completely trust that the universe has got your back. The universe has got you. It won't let you do something that you're not meant to be doing. Everything in your path, everything you've gone through, everything you will go through, I believe happens for a reason. So if you're worried that something isn't the right step for you, know that the universe won't put you in a situation that you can't handle. It won't put you in a situation that's not meant for you. That gave me great comfort knowing that the universe had my back and that everything that's meant for me comes to me. Have faith that everything that happens for you will happen as and when it's meant to. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's everything. You've got this. I know you have. You're watching this video because you want to grow, and I'm so proud of you. So many people don't take the step to even think about how they can avoid, or not even how they can avoid fear. How to deal with fear is such a big thing. I'm still dealing with fear. I'm scared recording this video. Like, I don't know why, but I still get nervous recording a video. Excited. I still get excited recording videos. It's just because it's something that's uncomfortable for me, but I'm doing it, and you should start feeling more uncomfortable too. In a good way. A good way that makes you grow. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this, please give it a like, that would be so cool. I really hope I helped someone, even if it was just one person. It's always a bit weird posting videos when I'm not a YouTuber officially, because it makes you feel like you've got no one to tell this to. Even if just one person watches this and something helps, I'm so glad. And if you've got something that you'd like to share with me and you'd like to share with other people potentially, please put it down in the comments. That would be so cool. I'd love to start a little community where we can share things, tips, ways we've grown in our own lives, our own stories. I think people are so cool And we've all got so much more to give than we think when we pass them on the street, you know? So yeah, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you so much, and I'm so proud of you for watching this video. Go and do that cool thing. Put the cool thing that you want to do down in the comments, and I'll check up in a couple months, see if you've done it. Bye, thank you so much. Best of luck. You don't need it, but best of luck. Ah!